Hi, I'm Pattu from FreeFinCal. Today, let's take a look at ICICI Prudential Flexi Cap Fund. This is a new fund offer. The NFO period is currently on and up to July 12th, 2021. Before we talk about the fund itself, we must understand some history about Flexi Cap, Multi Cap, and so on. Regular viewers will know what I'm going to say at the end of all this, but at least for the sake of some history, I thought I'll make this video. The SEBI regulations, mutual fund regulations, were announced in late 2017, and they kind of became into being somewhere in the middle of 2018. Before the SEBI mutual fund categorization rules came in, that's what I mean by the SEBI regulations. Before those rules kicked in, mutual funds could invest anywhere in terms of market caps. They could just, a large cap fund could invest a good amount in small cap and say they can beat the index and so on. So SEBI introduced proper definitions of what is a large cap stock, the first 100 stocks in terms of market capitalization. The middle 150 stocks were called mid cap stocks, and then after that they were called as small caps and so on. Whether this is a right or wrong is a different matter, but there is a definition. Before that, there is no definition of what is a large cap stock, what is a mid cap stock, and so on. So from the middle of 2018, a multi cap fund could invest minimum 65% in equity. After that, there was no market cap regulations. They can invest anywhere. But then what happened was, in September 2020, SEBI introduced a new rule saying multi-cap mutual funds should hold minimum of 25% in large cap, 25% in mid cap, and 25% in small cap. And because of this, some large multi-cap fund houses, fund houses with large multi-cap funds, for example Kotak, if I'm not wrong, they could get into trouble, because the 25% small cap stock itself would make the entire AUM, that small cap AUM, would be greater than many small cap mutual funds themselves. I had talked about this earlier. So they appealed to SEBI, and then SEBI later on in November 2020 said, okay, let the multi cap rules remain 25, 25, 25. I will introduce a new fund category called Flexi Cap. And Flexi Cap became the old multi cap. So Flexi Cap can have minimum 65% equity. Then there is no restriction on the market cap. So most of the fund houses transformed their existing multi-cap fund to Flexi Cap fund. For example, Parak Parik became a Flexi Cap fund because of this rule just a few months ago. So what happened was, ICICI had a multi-cap fund. They did not change it to Flexi Cap because their AUM was not too high. So they decided to comply with the new multi-cap rules and decided to change the benchmark to Nifty 500, 50% large cap, 25% mid cap, 25% small cap index. We have talked about this index earlier, and they decided to manage the fund like that. Now the fund house realized that there is a new fund category called Flexi Cap in which they have no representation. So they have now decided to introduce a Flexi Cap mutual fund. That is all. There is no big great management style reason or anything like that. There is a new category in which they can write some hocus pocus saying we are going to do this, we are going to do that, and they will energize their distribution partners. They have very good standing among distribution partners, and they will energize them, and minimum 1,000 crores they will be hoping to get from this NFO. In fact, just a few months ago, they had a business cycle, ICICI business cycle fund made 4,000 crores during the NFO period. That's a record for the industry, if I'm not wrong. So they have a good standing among distribution partners, and they will be hoping for a good collection from this NFO. But before we talk about what this fund is promising in the mumbo jumbo in the presentation, now ICICI multi-cap has been around for quite a while. Minimum for last 3 years it has been operating as a multi-cap. That is a old multi-cap, that is which could invest anywhere. And if you look at the last 5-year and 3-year returns with respect to the S&P BSE 500, the fund has underperformed. So whatever great strategy that the fund house is going to claim for this Flexi Cap, they have not employed it for their own multi-cap fund when it could invest across market cap. So I don't want to take whatever they are going to claim in their strategy very seriously. For example, they say they have an in-house market cap model. They will look at mid cap and small cap valuations as a percentage of total market cap. Then they will look at the price to book value, whether it is a discount or at a premium of mid caps and small caps with respect to large caps. They will look at something called the relative strength index, differential of mid cap and small caps. I don't know how this is calculated, it's not mentioned there. To determine which segment is better to buy and so on. So they will be doing some kind of tactical, they will have some kind of unknown tactical rules. This is very important. Unknown tactical rules to determine whether to buy more of large caps or whether to buy more of mid caps or small caps. In addition, they will say they have other macroeconomic indicators, this and that. They all mumbo jumbo, hocus pocus. But when they had all this data, when they had all this expertise to manage their own multi-cap fund, they did not beat the benchmark in the last 3 years or 5 years. So why should I take this flexi cap offering too seriously? So as an analyst, I will look at how this fund is doing from the sidelines. But as an investor, I think we should just give it a miss, because our goals will not wait for this fund to perform. So best avoid it. Bye-bye.